Hey, so I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I'd do one now. Sorry I haven't been posting that much. I've been kind of depressed lately. So I didn't feel like posting. When I get depressed, I don't feel like doing things that I usually like doing, like reading or writing. Anyways, but so I thought I'd make a new video, new type of video about the books that I'm currently reading and the books that I currently love. Um, I wrote a few notes down so I can look at it. Um, let's see. Oh, the book I'm currently reading is called Sign Here by Claudia Lux. It looks like this. And it's about a guy who works in hell. It's a fiction book. A guy who works in hell and he has to make people sign contracts so that their souls go to hell. And I think I can say hell on YouTube. I hope I can. Anyways, so yeah, I'm almost halfway done with it. I like it so far. I like the author. It's kind of confusing to read because the perspectives go from person to person, if you know what I mean. It's in third person point of view. So it's kind of hard to keep track of at first, but then once you get the hang of it, it's easy to read. Oh, so we're reading Stephen King's Fairy Tale. I like it so far. I'm like almost halfway. I'm over halfway done with it. It's about a kid who inherits a. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to spill it in case you want to read it. But he inherits a house from one of his neighbors. Anyway, but his neighbor has a dog that's really sweet, and at first the neighbor and the kid don't get along, but then they do. Anyways, and then the other book I've been reading, well, I finished reading a while ago, is called The Van Allen Legacy by Melissa De La Cruz, a Bloods novel. It's about vampires. They go to high school though, so they can hang out in the sun or whatever. Which it threw me off when I was reading it because I'm so used to reading about like the vampires don't really go in the sun from like Vampire Diaries and stuff. But I guess I'm not reading that, but like you know what I mean. Uh, so yeah, it's about these vampires that go to high school and they I don't want to explain too much in case you want to read it, but it's really good. I highly recommend it. There's a character in it called Mimi, and the first time I saw her name, I was like Mimi, and I thought of the character from the Drew Carey show, Mimi with like the heavy eyeliner and the like the heavy makeup. The lady on the Drew Carey show. Do you know if you watch the Drew Carey show, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, and some of my other favorite books that I've read are The Great Gatsby because I just like how it was written from first person point of view. I tend to like things that are written more from first person point of view than third person point of view because I think it's more because it's the first person for me. It's easier to insert myself into the story to like visualize it easier if it's first person point of view. And I like The Great Gatsby because I thought the author F. Scott Fitzgerald did a good job about writing about the current times he was like living in, and his imagery is really good and the symbolism is so good in that book and I like it a lot. I've read it multiple times. The other book I like is Jane Eyre. It's about this girl who she has a tough upbringing, but then she goes to live with a guy who she has to like she's like a nanny. She babysits his kid for him and she lives with him. And I haven't read it in a long time. So I don't want to spill too much about that book either in case you want to read it. But it's by Charlotte Bronte. I think I pronounced her last name right. I hope I did. Let's see. Charlotte Bronte. Yes, I did. Okay. And then there's another book that I like. It's called The Way of the Tao by Dr. Wayne Dyer. But recently I read that he got in trouble for like plagiarism for one of his books. I forget what book it was about, but it was online. If you Google his name, it'll pop up. Like one of the first things that pops up is like the plagiarism scandal, and it'll talk about it. I just read a little bit of it. I didn't like read too much about it, but basically he took a guy claims that he took from his works without crediting him properly for doing that in his book. So he didn't cite the guy that he was writing properly, his resources or whatever. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, that's so far those are my favorite books and what I've been reading currently. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I tried not to make it too long so it's not boring or goes on too long to, like, you know what I mean? Because I don't like to watch videos like that are too long on YouTube. So I tried to make this a shorter video. But I'll let you know if when I read the Anne Rice books, because I have a friend who lent me some Anne Rice books a while ago and I haven't read them yet because I've been reading these other books. But I was gonna check it out and see how that book was. I've seen Interview with the Vampire the movie, and I've seen Interview with the Vampire the show, some parts of the show on TV, and I liked it a lot. So I want to read the books and see how that holds to the movies and the TV shows. But I always think the book is better, like, than the TV shows and the movies. So yeah, what are you currently reading? Leave a comment below if you want or not. It's okay. So yeah, have a good day.